This is what tonight's episode was. The two doctors, right? We like the two doctors. Have you seen the two doctors recently? Well, here's the weird thing. Watching Robert Holmes write for a Duff era is strange because he's still brilliant. But it was insanely violent. Like the two doctors, they're going to eat Jamie, right? And Jamie was trying to rape Perry. And that seemed to be the cliffhanger. It was like there's a weird monster man looks like he wants to fuck Perry. Now, don't get me wrong. We all want to fuck Perry, darling, and more than Nicola Bryant, right? Perry, if you're having sex with her, that she's angrily fucking Howard. Fuck you, Howard. Nah, yeah, treat me like a whore. That's what's going on because she's just angry and slutty. I've just explained the character, okay? But that was weird, right? That cliffhanger was weird. Doctor gets knocked out, right? Barbara's noose. No, that's the one he didn't have. Anyway, do you know what I'm talking about? Other Doctor Who. there's a hint in that. So anyway, that Robert Holmes story is brilliant. I mean, I like Shockeye is a great character. You have the second Doctor wandering around with Shockeye, right? Having dinner, and murdering people. Oh God, it's so weird, right? But it's still Robert Holmes, right? It's still unmistakably Robert Holmes. This is still Stephen Moffat. I'm just saying. So there's a lot of good going on in this episode, and I keep thinking to myself, boy, if Capaldi was doing this, I'd love this episode. And that's the problem. That is the problem with this Doctor, with this new era. This episode particularly, right? Everything rests on Ncuti being a good Doctor, and he isn't. I am sorry. I honestly, I thought he would be. Where it was going on, I'm like, well, come on, he's got to be able to. They backed him so hard, he's got to be good, right? Apparently not, right? Apparently not. Very weird. It's like his voice is weak, right? He has no authority in his voice. And he's crying all the fucking time. Stop with that. What are you, some pansy dog? Stop. Stop your fucking crying. Be a man, you fucking cunt. What the hell? Really, that's gotta have felt like. Why are you crying? Why are you crying, boy? That don't make you better. Oh, why the crying? I don't get it. I don't put anybody saying, oh yeah, that's a good thing. How? Honestly, how'd you come to that conclusion? I don't get it. So, okay, who was it? Nick Hancock. I think he ended up doing Question of Sport, I think. Maybe, several lifetimes ago. So I first saw him in the 80s in stand-up when I used to live in London, right? I used to love going to stand-up. And he had this very good gag, right? He says, what I would love to be? The guy who stands up in an office in front of his boss wearing a business suit and says, I've got it! I've got it! I'm bongo. They drink it in the Congo, right? I would have loved to be in that room when that happened. And then, no. He's not the saddest person in the room. The saddest person in the room is the boss who stands up and goes, yes! Look, that's it, right? Because that's just got to be a surreal place to be in life. It really does, doesn't it? No, that was a great example of what I was talking about. I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. Why does anybody think this? What? This is a bad creative decision. If they talked about them spending all this money on the video back, it looks like it was shot in a set. I'm sorry. I found the jungle in Face of Evil more convincing. Genuinely. Don't get me wrong, I'm not dissing Face of Evil. I like Face of Evil a lot. That's why I said I found it more clear. Maybe because I was so taken in by the drama. So the drama was good. There's a lot. There's a lot to recommend this. The primary drawback is shooting Gatwa, and then throw in this hatred of Christianity and the church. Like, oh, hey, well, that's fucking weird. And it actually got really obnoxious at one point. But oh god, they're so. Okay, look, please, here, Russell T. Davis. I'm trying to help you. You fucking cunt. Listen, stop, listen. Okay. Do not talk about politics or society at all, sociology or society at all in your work in Doctor Who. And here's a simple reason. You're too fucking stupid to understand what's fucking going on around you. You dumb fucking cunt, right? And I'm saying that with love. Oh, I am. I am saying that with love. You're just too stupid. You don't understand anything. And you're so fucking pompous. You think, oh no, I understood that injustice happening to my gay bread. No, fuck off. Oh, fuck, no, stop with your fucking hatred of Christianity. Yeah, okay, Russell, mate. Okay, Judeo-Christian values are not LGBTQIA friendly. Okay, I hate to be the one to break. I understand that, right? Look. I think you need to talk to people who are religious, right? Because talk to somebody like me, right? Like, okay, I believe that's a intrinsic truth projected from God. However, how is that reflected in this world, in practice, in this world? It's it would be. I can't imagine anything more bonkers than like being mad at someone because they don't believe it. Okay, here again. The purpose of Judaism, and I believe Christianity as well, right, of this world, right, it's a veil to see beyond, right? And so it's supposed to be a convincing veil, right? But it's not real, right? That's why the Matrix movies were very good, and religious people like them a lot, right? Now, you wouldn't be mad at anyone for living in a world where their entire lifetime, my lifetime, I brought up in the 80s, homosexuality, like sexual, whatever, not fluidity, whatever the word is today. I don't know. It's groovy, right? I have no problem. Like, it's not my fucking bit. It's like, oh, what you don't eat kosher? No, I'm a fucking Anglican. I'm just like, yes, it doesn't fucking bother me. I don't. What happened? In fact, look, I would really go as far. Let's say Messiah comes tomorrow, right? I'm proved right about fucking everything, right? Old Testament, 100% true. If God wouldn't have like allowed some kind of like grandfather clause for gay people, that means God would be a dick, right? And I just want you to understand from a theological standpoint, I'm trying to explain to us, David, we don't think God is a dick. Oh, that means we don't want to see you get fucked over. Oh God, just relax. I understand the 80s. People were not nice in the 80s. Right? Ronald Reagan fucked you over. I get it. I'm sorry if I knew what was going on. I mean, I would have done something different. I was what, 12? What the fuck do you want out of me? Oh, I watched It's a Sin. I thought it was very good. I thought it was your best work. What the fuck? Stop hating. Live with other people. Right? How about that for a crazy idea? Live with other people, right? I mean, that's look, let's be fair. The relationship between Christians and Jews has not been rosy over the centuries. You remember the Crusades? Look, who gives a shit? Let it go. Right? For fuck's sake. That was all a long time ago. Let's just move on. And that's my message for us. So you just don't understand fucking politics at all. That's his fucking problem, right? So that's what this entire episode screams. On top of that, though, very well written, very good dialogue. good premise, good production, but I didn't see any money put on this, frankly. Genuinely, it didn't look any more convincing than was it Thoris Beta from Mind Warp, right? Really, really, really. And I'm not fucking around. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. I was distracted because Perry was strapped down to a beach with a bucket of water being thrown over her several times, right? Man, try playing that in slow motion on a loop. Oh, that's hard to do on video. But, you know, I managed. I work hard. So, yeah, you got this, like, just hatred of religion. I'm like, well, so, mate. I understand you probably hate Jews as a secondary thing to reading Christians. Okay, whatever. Just, oh God, what you got to turn off CNN and MSNBC, and fuck, they're making you mental. It's not real. Oh, right. The impression you say is going on that you're straight on it. Isn't real. You're being triggered into being a moron. Oh. And that means they're to go, it's just shit as a doctor. I mean, listen, his best value in this episode was he had a very nice ass, right? Which I mean, it's like, you know, do you remember that Red Dwarf, right? When you had the Inquisitor came in, they had to justify their own lives, right? Otherwise, they're going to be erased from reality and replaced by another version of them. So the cat has to stand in judgment in front of the Inquisitor to justify your existence, and he's like all proud of, I've given the world pleasure because I have a beautiful ass, right? And he's like, well, and then it's the cat judging themselves. So, well, yeah, you are right. They can't argue with you there. That's what Shooty Cat was like. It's like somebody took the cat from Red Wolf and made him Doctor Who. Fuck me. That's such an accurate description. Oh, I was like mildly irritated often, right? But again, Moffat's skill as a writer calmed me down. He's so good, right? He is so good. It is like what's his name? Robert Holmes, the two doctors. Yeah, I think it's a really fair. I mean, two doctors is way better, right? I mean, firstly, come on, Nicola Bryant. That is. Just 1 second. Can I find this thing? I think I have it, right?
Nicola and Fraser's apology. Take one.
Hello to all you Doctor Who fans.
1 second. Better make sure I'm not getting copyright strike, I think. No, okay, fine. Nothing. Good.
I'm speaking to you from the set of The Two Doctors, and I just want to say I'm very sorry I can't be with you, but I'm going on holiday. So I hope maybe we'll see you next year.
And
I love it that she puts on the American accent at the end. It's so weird, right?
I can't join you either because I'm going on holiday with her. No.
Yes, we're going on holiday together. This isn't suspect. They're so fucking each other. What's going on?
Not really. I'm going to have a well-earned holiday on the planet of Mallorca, but I'm sure you'll have a smashing day that day at Bloomsbury, and we hope to see you maybe at the next one. See you then.
Buy my merch. Buy my merch. We love you, Fraser. We love you.
Thank you very much. Can we do it, please? Fraser on the table. Thank you.
On the table, Fraser. Nothing weird about that. So that was better than tonight's episode. So apparently the new companion, what happened to No Soldiers? Capote said no to that girl because she was a soldier. That was Moffat being... It's a different era of woke. Right? He was just trying to show him being woke in a different way. This one's in vogue now, I guess. You like soldiers now. I don't know. Oh, God, we'll talk about it, isn't it? But the central thrust of the episode, that capitalism runs wars. Excuse me. This is all being done by leftists. I mean, look what happened as soon as Trump was out of the way. All these wars. I mean, of course, purposely, because nobody could be that bad a mismanager, right? Like the war was plunged into war because Trump was gone. And I know you hate him, but you were wrong. Oh, you just look, it's just reality. It's numbers. It's math. You know, you don't need to be scared of it, right? You don't need to be scared of it. It's okay that you were wrong. See, there was a lot of mass hysteria at the time. Just get over it. You were wrong. I don't know what to tell you. Like, my wife was kind of freaked out today when she realized that most of the family had no one to vote for. Like, they can't vote for Biden, but they can't vote for Trump, right? I mean, like, that's because they're morons who got themselves in this position, right? Just admit you're wrong. Move on. Life's so much better if you do that as well, right? If they could do that, they would have this weight taken off their shoulders, right? They were just wrong, okay? It was you leftists that caused endless war. Morons. Remember, Trump was bad? Remember that? And that, again, that's why we're at. There would be no war in Israel if Trump was president, right? And don't tell me the 2020 election wasn't fishy. Not saying, I can't say definitively, obviously, but don't tell me it wasn't fishy. The most fishy thing is you screaming at me it's not fishy. Because it was fishy, mate. It was fishy, right? Get over it. Anyway. The thing about Boom is it's all about trying to make you tense, but I couldn't connect because I know it's all going to be fine. I think it was good melodrama. Right? I found the characters worked. Look, by the middle it really went off on Christianity, right? Well, I think the characters work. Thing about faith contradicts because this is Ross going. Yeah, I think he tried to say he came round at the end because the way it ended. But okay, if you haven't seen it, I'll go through it. But he does say this thing about how faith is no good, it's a lie. But I can't remember. Like this is my impression, right? And then he said, "Yeah, but you need faith as well. I need it." So that I think that was his, Russell trying to circle that square. But like the vitriol that what they had for the faith was very evident, right? Very evident in the writing. And again, Shooting Out was just not up to this role, in my opinion, right? I can imagine, anybody who's watched this episode, imagine with literally any other doctor, and it'll be way better. I mean, like, really, literally any other doctor, it would be way better. Oh, my God. I mean, I'm saying, Hartnell, I mean, you have to do some kind of like, what I want to do is, Stephen Noonan as Hartnell, right? And then change the voice and face swap it into Hartnell. Oh, yeah, that would be awesome, right? That would be awesome. So Conrad says he watched one of the fans review earlier, and I'm pleasantly surprised that at least it was actual science fiction story. Yes, exactly. Right, look, Moffat knows what he's doing, right? He really knows what he's doing. Fine. Michael Q says, "Full Doctor, hurry up, standing on a landmine." Yes. Oh, so much authority. Right? There's so much authority. That booms through my memory as you say it. Right? And that's what Shooter's lacking. Right? Yes, I understand. Russell, you want to come in his mouth. I get it. I'm sure many gay people want to come and shoot a Gatwa's mouth. That's not weird. That's not weird, right? But I think that's maybe driving a decision-making process, right? Yeah, how much you want to come and shoot a Gatwa's mouth shouldn't be so high on the decision-making process. Just look, one man to another, right? That's all I'm saying, right? I mean, or you could say, well, how much would you like to see, Perry in I don't know, a bubble bath of doom? I'm like, now you're talking, baby. Now you're talking. Perry in the Time Rotor of Love. Yeah, that fan fiction that's been in my head since I was 14 needs to stay there. How can I even say this was worse than Space? It wasn't worse than Space Babies, right? Somebody really liked Jinx Monsoon. It's in my synagogue. I'm like, oh, fuck me. I hate it. I basically hate it because I hated the insanely gay doctor mincing his way through it, and then the dance number at the end. I just hated it, right? Absolutely hated it. So what was it? Oh, Jay is here. It was okay, maybe. Mostly harmless, right? No, sir, all 15. Ravenous 2 was better. Fuck me. Ravenous 2 was awful. Right, Ravenous is where it fell off a chart. Did I see a good episode that says PD Rich? It's, again, sort of the best episode in 7 years. Hands down. Right? I mean, it really is the best episode in 7 years, right? The other thing is, Russell needs to learn from this too. It's low stakes, right? I mean, they built up the stakes a bit, but it was just kind of mostly for the first half, very low stakes, right? And that was great, right? Horror Fang Rock. We're all rewatching that right now. Also, upgrade to 4K on that Patreon. Oh, they're awesome. It does such a good job, right? It's again, the Paul Bagan movie looks gorgeous. See Russell, Creepy Davis. That is who you do at anniversary. I don't know what happened there. Was that me? I don't know. Oh yeah, was that I just play my opening, right? Let's play my opening. Sapphire Stone 22 is here. Best since Heaven Sent. I liked all of season 10. Right? I liked all of season 10. I liked it a lot. Yeah, other than Bill Potts saying she likes pussy. I'm like, look, I like pussy too, baby. Do you hear me talking about it? Yeah, well, you do, I guess. That was probably from a banned script from 10. Yeah, it would have been so much better with Capaldi, right? It'll be so much better with Capaldi. In my humble opinion. Fly Island is here. How you doing, Fly Island? Thank you for joining us. Link to Patreon. It's so good. That's where you want to go. What was the green screen dreadful? Yeah, man, they spent so much money on this, and I was so excited by these new special. They were shit, right? They were shit. Mike C 32 30. That's how many is that? Okay. Mike C 3,200 or no 32,001. There you go. Mike C 32,001. To come out the weirdest of experience the two doctors that time. It was on. It announced it was being canned by Michael Gray for being too violent. Let's pull that up, right? Let's pull that up. It's better. Look, weren't bad, but it's more fun to talk about. Two doctors. Where's it? I just saw hiatus reports.
Doctor Who's time machine, the TARDIS, won't be taking him
we love a bit of John Craven.
anywhere for 18 months when the present series ends in 5 weeks' time. It'll be the first time in 22 years that the programme's been off the screens for so long. But
See, it was supposed to be permanently, but I think JNT released a press release saying it's going to be 18 months. Right? He sent out a press release straight away, and they couldn't. I think that's what destroyed him at the BBC. One second. Let's do the more grown-up news. She looks so shocked.
Doctor Who is to take a rest. The BBC announced today that the Time Lord, who's been on our screens for some 22 years now, will be off the air for 18 months. The Doctor Who...
Why are we screaming and crying about this? Fuck me, what's wrong with that? I mean, having it cut down to 14 weeks, yeah.
Appreciation Society is up in arms. They've
Oh, no, nerd rage!
called the decision horrifying and staggering.
Really? I'd love to show them this episode. So this is what Doctor Who survives. It comes into this.
Chris Lowe reports.
The announcement took everyone by surprise. Doctor Who is one of BBC Television's longest-running series, and at the moment it's going out on Saturday evenings on BBC One with an audience of over 7 million.
7 million. But what more this is going to fucking get? Did they come out the week ratings yet?
But the BBC says it wants to make a lot of new drama programmes, and it can't afford to do that and produce Doctor Who as well. So the Doctor, currently
it was so expensive,
played by Colin Baker, is to be rested for the first time in over 20 years.
Come on, Doctor. Get up.
Oh, Mary.
Yeah, wasn't it? Just trying to hump me.
What happened? Why'd you scream?
That thing you thought was an animal attacked me. And it's human, I think.
If you hadn't screamed, I wouldn't have triggered that stunt.
It's human, and it has a huge dick.
I was expecting there to be one.
He smells like a Highlander.
Colin Baker said this afternoon he was amazed at the news.
Anyway, yes. Two Doctors is way better. Way better. It's not even close. But same sort of thing, right? Same sort of thing. To find... Don't get to it. Wookiee Fever presents... how are you doing, Wookiee Fever? Thank you for joining us. Although, that looks a bit Planet of the Apes-y more than Wookiee in your avatar, although I can't really tell, right? I am not a Wookiee maven. Right, I'm not a Wookiee maven. Eye drops as an actor, said Matthew Powder. Oh, Matthew Powder is right. Oh, stop the fucking crying. Really? Really? Just stop with the crying, right? As an officer, I thought it was a bit critical of religion. Yeah, I mean, like, just hold it back on it. Yeah, Moffat wouldn't touch Islam. Well, that was that. No, they did touch Islam, really, with Zygon invasion, Zygon inversion. They just pushed it out. You know, in the final reel, right? Because they basically had like ISIS, radical Muslim alien Zygons, right, living undercover in Britain, right? And they were great. I mean, like, again, I love Zygon Clara. That was really good. All that stuff it's a really good episode, right? But the ending is the Doctor makes a brilliant, beautiful speech, and they go, "Oh, okay, then." No, ISIS would never do that, right? ISIS would never do that. Was that Varda see-through joins universe as much? What? That was Varda see-through? Okay, I have to tell you, she was excellent in this. Okay, if she's a companion, it's obvious. Okay, so here's what happened. They had to fire Ruby, right? And then, yeah, 1 second. Let me see if I can open these pictures. They had to fire Ruby. What's her name? Millie. Hang on, let me close this. I can close that, and I can put this over here. And she'd already bid on it, and that's how she got the job. It's how Colin Baker got the job, essentially. She was very good in this, okay? I have to tell you, she was very good in this. She was one of the strongest things in this, right? So good for her, right? Definitely good for her. I'm impressed, right? I am impressed. Fine, we'll get back to that. I really didn't know. I'm so glad I saw that. Here, let me go. Fine, now I'm doing Doctor Who ratings. Right? Doctor Who ratings. Doctor. This is from 3 hours ago. This is from... Oh, this is from GB News from about a week ago. Yeah, nothing new then. Nothing new. No, that's just see people touching grass and laughing. I don't think the ratings of this will be good. I think they screwed the pooch already, right? With this whole era, right? Basically, I think they screwed the pooch. In the ratings, yeah, it's going to place it. Yeah, probably. I feel that the episode was originally written for 12th and Bill Potts. It was probably something that Moffat had in the back of his mind for him, because I do believe he wrote it from scratch, right? I don't know. It was probably something he already had in the back of his mind. Barry Kabalma here. If I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize. Kabalma? Yeah, Kabalma. I think Kabalma. If it's not, do you want to consider Kabalma? That kind of works. Colin, I'm pretty sure I said hello to you. If I didn't, I certainly read out your comment. Actual science fiction is this why the episode clicked so well? It worked for me. Yeah, the science fiction elements are excellent. Vesta, whatever her name is, fucking awesome in this. I mean, like, really, really good. Really, really, very good. So that's actually very good news, I think. Again, I just got to remember stuff. You're watching Rusty Davis' Doctor Who fan fiction, which they're spending too much money on, right? And then it's still a bit shit. She got the shit in the rock. It really is. Like she like Millie Gibson outshined Vasta Narada, what the fuck her name is. I'll get used to it eventually, right? Bobby C75 is dating Bobby E75. Andrew Smart is an 8-day man for I think the best ever last 7 years. Yeah, that's my point. The best episode for last 7 years, right? Will I watch Flux again? It's a good question. I don't know. I think this is better. It's nice to see hetero couple rotate. Yeah, good fathers. Like at first, it kind of went off the rails where Russell couldn't help hating religion, right? And like the whole like Anglican like knights and stuff. That's all very cool. I like all that, right? They did that. He did that with his era of Doctor Who, right? Again, yeah. If I view it as Russell Lee Davies fan fiction, I think it's just a bit shit, right? Shooting as a companion would be very nice, Catherine Thea. I agree with you, right? Yeah, it was good to see a good father as well. Matthew Conte is here. He was decent but weaker than the other Doctors. Yes, I mean just a lot weaker. Yeah, look, what he just wanted. Russell Lee Davies thinks he's very hot, right? Good for him. I don't think that's the qualification for being Doctor Who. The Holden Boom would have made a better Doctor. Yes, basically he was the weakest person on the screen. That's everybody in it was better than him. I assume there was a creepy woman on the screen. There was the woman who's been in every episode secretly so far, right? She must be the one that waits. She's like toy maker or another toy maker or female. Oh, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Where are we up to? When Shooty was running, it reminded me of a Dirty Child where they were running on the spot to back to the title. Yeah. I mean, again, they had been that big, like, video wall set, right? It was just shit, right? It was just shit. It starts really good with the first season. Aisha's in a CIA operative. Derek Jacobi master is there. What are we talking about? It's pretty cool. It's a bit up and down after that. What are we talking about? Hang on. That sounds awesome. Lee Sing. I was in Paul McGann's Time War season and Gallifrey Time War and Warren's. Yeah, Warren's not interesting at all. So, CIA is in Celestial Intervention Agency. Yeah, I got it. I have a mate who was a big Trump supporter. Yeah, we have these binary weirdos called Jordan. He's a union rep, and he's one of the reasons I left PCS. I don't know what PCS is. Okay. We've got the same thing. No one can vote for the Tories, nor Labour, because they're technically the same thing. They're awful. It's the Uni Party. It's one, right? Oh, man. And hearing Russell's simplistic take on these things is so annoying, right? It's so annoying. We'll get to that. I'll do a proper review, right? I'll go through it. But it's just like, I mean, I think the shit this was put in by Rusty Davis, right? I really genuinely do. Didn't Michael later it was wrong to cancel it? No. He has a great interview on season 23 and says it was shit. It was an embarrassment, right? I still believe that he left BBC at that time, but you should have paid him to do a video commentary watch along of Remembrance of the Daleks. He would have been amazed. He's like, this is if you showed me this in '85, I would never have cancelled it, right? He would have promoted the hell out of that. He would have been proud of hell of that, right? He never saw it, but I would love to see him see it. Right, because he has such a good eye of what his problem with Doctor Who is it was shit, and he was right. I love it, but it was shit. It was an embarrassment. It was very bad. He was right. It didn't look right. It was essentially a relationship between John Nathan Turner and Barry. Not Barry Letts. What's the name? The script editor. Moffat. What's his name again? What's the name? Trying to think of one of his stories. Is it? Did he do Fort of Doomsday? No. Hey, Doctor Who Visitation. That's it. Doctor Who is Visitation isn't him, but he was a script editor at the time. Let's look at the Wikipedia. Eric Saywood, right? It was Eric Saywood versus they just hated each other. Well, more Eric Saywood hated John Nathan Turner. John Nathan Turner was, I think, just was oblivious to the hatred. He didn't realize, right? Okay, so that brings up a very interesting thing. Bluey. Apparently, the BBC is project Disney by Bluey. Bluey's only got one more season to go, and it's over. It's cancelled already, apparently. So that's what I heard. Where are we up to? Fine. So our characters are the same one. It'll be as a well. I'll read the note in a second. Jonathan Kozenko. This was Ethan's favorite episode in the past 6 years. I'll say 7 years. And that's my way of saying I thought it was merely good. Red Wolf kicks off. Red Wolf kicks ass. Boys from the Dwarf. They're coming back, by the way. That's exciting. I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you, Jack Rabbit's drawing. Thank you. Who's that? PD Rich. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I'm sorry. Yeah. This is actually a very good segue. Not segue. Very good thing I should bring up. Where is it? Here they go. Now I've got to find out. Where's this? So this is he's in the chat, I believe. Jack Russell's drawings. I think they're so cool. I love these. Right? They're really it's zoom in. Doctor Who real. I like you got the right logo. All right. I have to tell you, I don't know. I'm fighting Pertwee a bit sexy, right? I don't know. I'm not a furry guy either, but Pertwee certainly looks like he's up for it. But yeah, no, I like. I like you got the blue coat. Oh, respect, blue coat on the 6. Much respect. I know that I like that you really get their personality. Look at this Tom Baker. Let's see what Tom Baker. I like the bits missing from his ear. He's bonkers. And eager, right? And and fucked off. I love that you guys got a little carrot on him. Very nice. Again, that movie is so good. Again, finding 7 a bit sexy. I know what to tell you. Maybe I like Machiavellian. Yeah, but these are. He's in it. What's his name? Jack Rabbit. Jack Rabbit's drawing. Thank you for reminding me to bring that up. I like those. Doink. All right, let's see if I finish up the chat. Good Vach, says the Meccaron. That is the way us Hebrews greet each other after Sabbath. Good Vach to you, sir. Doc Martin, definite article. I'm Rabbi. In every episode of Doctor Who will shine after so much recent dross. I think it's all over. I think it's all over by the shadow. Yeah, I don't see this era making it. I mean, I would do the second season, but I don't see it going up past that. I don't see this era making it. Sadly, right? Sadly, but look, it's just Russell has made a lot of very bad creative decision, right? Made a lot of very bad creative decisions, mostly about him saying it's totally normal. His weirdo pervy view of sex. No. Look, I don't know why you're bringing this up. However you want to live is however you want to live. I believe sex should be something twixt man and wife. I genuinely do. I'm not judging anybody for what they do, right? But that seems to be the driving force, right? Of your of why he's so bonkers. Now that being said, apparently, what's the name? Vida Sethu, the new companion, was in it. I bet she's going to be playing a different character, right? But she was magnetic in this, right? She played a soldier, but really great three-dimensional character, played very well, very compelling. Really liked her, right? Again, weakest thing on screen, shooting at one, right? I'm excited the world has finally met Monday Flynn. She was such a joy to take my first spin in the Hooniverse. I'm so grateful I get to come back for more, but you have to wait and see how that manifests in the new companion role. Yeah, okay. It's a delight to welcome on Varada Doctor Who. Earlier than expected, though things are about to get timey-wimey. The end of Monday Flynn's story, so quite how Varada returns. We're going to next year. Look, basically, I think he's wrapping up Billy Gibson's story as fast as possible because I think she took the blame for it not doing as well as what I thought. She is one of the best things on screen. Everything about it, he is the weakest thing on screen, right? And that's honestly, that's the truth. And I really hoped it wouldn't be the case. So anyway, so this episode starts off with quite a lengthy non-doctor scene, right? It's like you're on a battlefield again. Genesis of the Daleks battlefield seems as convincing to me. I'm not exaggerating. What's his name? The one from season 10 or season 9? The when he meets Davros in the war. What's the name of that one? It's Witch's Apprentice, Wizard's Apprentice, Witch's Familiar. That one way more convincing. Me. That's the thing. Doctor Who used to look better years ago when they made more of it. And it just did. I don't know what to tell you. Like, the Capaldi stuff looked great to me. Capaldi stuff looks better than the stuff I'm watching now does. Season 10 looked better than the stuff I'm watching now. Yeah, I would definitely say that. Right? Certainly more compelling and interesting. And everybody hated season 10. I fucking loved it. I think you should go and give it a rewatch. Right? William Lee is here. So, basically, you have like these Moffat warrior Anglican bishops at war. They're on a battlefield. One has his eyes are hurt. He's being led by the other one, and again, the writing here I think is solid, right? Absolutely solid. And again, I want to be clear. This is the best episode in 7 years, hands down. Right now, we're in excellent, territory. So I like all that, right? He used all the cleric, cleric warriors, modern day military kind of stuff in what was that? Flesh and Stone, right? That Weeping Angel one. They were really cool, right? So it's an extension of that idea. They're in the middle of a battlefield. And there's a guy with bandages around his eyes, and he's being led back to the camp, which is apparently quite close. He talks on his like phone, which is in their finger or whatever, in their ear, to his daughter, saying, "Yeah, go to bed. I'll be home soon." So it's all like built up. No, this is good. The characters are built up. I mean, the girl was a bit cringe, but like, yeah, it's fine, right? I had no problem with any of it. And then you have the guy steps on a mine and he like blows up essentially. So you get to see what it is the Doctor's about to step on, and these are like sentient mines. They're like AI mines, and the so the guy's blind is left on his own, and then you have a medical droid, right, comes again and says, no, I'm fine, and he detects he's temporarily blind for the next 4 weeks, which is an unacceptable loss. So they terminate him, right? Now at the same and turn him into like a tube of human, right? Weirdly, right? So the Doctor, as he comes out, he hears a guy being killed on the mine. So he runs in. Oh, wait there, Ruby. And he runs out, right? Ruby doesn't listen, obviously follows him. And he steps on a mine. And as you step on the mine, it goes, there's a light that turns around, it goes around green, right? So that's why when the first guy steps in. So he steps on mine, it goes around, and into the title. So very good cliffhanger. That, again, even Shooty couldn't fuck that one up, right? So then we're there, and Shooty's standing there on one leg on the mine, and he's like, this would have been great if it was Capaldi. But, like, eye drops doesn't equal acting. He's crying quietly, singing these songs, and he tells Millie to help him. And like, fuck's sake, what you don't have your sonic screwdriver in your fucking pocket? What the hell's going on? Like, really? This is exactly what the Sonic is for. Right? In fact, at the end, he's looking in his pockets, and I thought he was going to say, "Where is my Sonic?" And he left it in the touch. Like, that would have been a good touch, right? If he said, "Bring my Sonic," and runs off, right, and she doesn't hear and follows him, right? That would actually, fuck me, I'm making this better for him. That again. Wasn't bad, but this writing right now is solid, right? Writing right now is really not the greatest Doctor Who, but it was the best in 7 years. It was quiet Doctor Who, it was small Doctor Who, and it was good. And again, this money they spent on this set, which is a battlefield, should have gone to a quarry. Frankly, this was not impressive, right? Not impressive. It would have been bad, and then Karen kept like boasting how much money they're spending on it. But they said, "Oh, we're spending so much money on this." Like, maybe you want to will that in a bit, right? Conrad says, the thing is, does anybody think there's ever anything but a bubble rising above the surface of an ocean of woke shit? No, next week's going to be shit. It's back to being shit. I mean, it's going to be really shit when it gets to the Regency episode. Oh, God. The ones they're excited about are always the worst. God help us. X-Men 577, X-Men 577. And William Lee is here. So he's saying they have the whole bit with Ruby. She's brilliant. She's a great companion. She really reminds me of Joe Grant, right? A modern Joe Grant, right? Really great, right? This is a great showcase for her. Good for her. Best thing that happened is they fired her. And it was good they fired her for Vashta Sita, whatever it is, Sita Varada. She's excellent in this. It's an excellent, right? So anyway, they find this like stick of like human, which is the guy who was just rescued by the medical drone. They terminated and turned him into like a stick of goo, and they put like an AI version of him into a hologram into it, right? And so the Doctor needs he's standing there on one leg crying, fucking pussy. I mean, really, that was my respect. Like, fucking pussy. And so she has to hand over the other this has to be heavy, and she carries it like it's not heavy at all, right? She could have done. They could have. Oh yeah, that made this seem like it's heavy, right? Because if he does that, then he can put his weight down on his other foot. So the whole thing getting there, and then as they're doing this, then the guy's daughter shows up who came out looking for her, looking for him, right? And she doesn't realize he's dead, right? He's actually this little. He's what are they? He looks a bit like a dildo. Right, they turn him into a dildo, like a flesh dildo, right? I mean, like, you know, a big flesh dildo, but a dildo nonetheless, right? This show is woke? It's woke in its conception. This episode was woke in parts, right? Andy Kidd is here. Back to Russell OTT Davis. Yeah, exactly. Next week. Anyway, so the kid shows up and she hears the AI and sees the AI of his father who's dead. Again, good writing. The only thing that let this down shooting up was thus far. And then what happens? I think, then Vashta and Sithu, what the fuck is her name? Hang on. Varada Sithu, right? Varada Sithu shows up. Back at camp, there's another Anglican bishop who, like, really fancies her, like clearly in love with her. She doesn't realize, right? So anyway, so she shows up, and the medical droid starts to notice them because there's combat going. Actually, we'll keep it right, actually, because she really is the best thing one of the best things of the episode. So the medical droid finds them, and it's bad news because they're going to. Okay, so here's the negative. One of the major negatives going through it. Right, Ncuti has this whole thing about war is being run by capitalism, which is true. However, most of this capitalism comes from communists, right? Do you think Russia and China are putting money, their GDP into their military? You think that's not going on, right? I mean, like, what the hell? Like, and again, all this shit went down with wars everywhere, and again, yeah, these huge multinational corporations making tons of money, and politicians also weirdly making money. When that all happened, as soon as Trump went away, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, all this is because you were nuts about Trump, right? If we weren't nuts about Trump, there wouldn't be war in Israel. There wouldn't be war in Ukraine. Remember when we had world peace and money? Fucking retards. I'm saying that is an insult to retarded people. Kidding out. It really is. Like, retarded people are often far more intelligent than these idiots. Anyway, but this episode wasn't bad. I want to be clear, right? I don't know. This is probably going to be the Vengeance on Varys of the season. Yeah, this is the Vengeance on Varys of the season. Anyway, if you know that season, season 22, you know what I'm talking about. What are we up to? Fine. So she turns up, and the medical droid has latched on Ruby Sunday and is about to kill her or something. So, or is going to evaluate her. So she gets her. So she says, "Okay, please shoot me in the hand on the minimum setting. That'll make it a small injury, and it'll make it fix me, and everything will be fine. Because if the injury is too big, they euthanize you." However, the guy who loves her comes out looking for her, and she sees Ruby about to shoot her, so he shoots Ruby, right? By the way, that was Bleeding a Studio before. I didn't say hello to you. Lucy Meow is here. War is not called by capitalism, it's just funded by capitalism. Yeah, and you'll find, again, funded on every side of the political aisle, right? We've had a couple of, like, weird mentions of lesbians or some, well, I didn't even pick it up. Some weird shit, okay? So that happens, right? So now, again, structure of this episode is good. What's the weakest part of this episode? Shooty fucking Gatwa. Really is. Right? So Shooty's doctor, whoever. Again, he's really quite impotent in this, but I think the day is eventually saved. Oh no! First, he tries to. He explains about how this evil capitalist corporation is using an algorithm, and that's why they die, and all bullshit. Like, again, that he absolutely supports. Lesbian lip service, says Andy Kidd. I like about lesbian lip service, especially on slow motion. Anyway, we now I'm thinking of Perry and Tegan. Again, lesbian lip service works for me there. Where are we up to? Oh yeah, so he sends this thing to tell. Oh no, yeah, he says, oh, the enemy is really yourself. You're fighting yourself. You just like you've been mining yourself and fighting. I didn't really. Again, I'll know more tomorrow, but. The evil company has convinced them that they're their own enemy, and so they attack themselves, and that's who, because they never seen them. They think they're in the fog. They think they're in the mud. They're actually them. I can't remember how. Right. So he tries to get a message out. However, the medical droids, and they're not called medical droids. They're called ambulances. Right. The ambulances all have the face of that old woman who's been in every other episode playing a different character. The ambulances show up, and they're stopping this message get out. It's a firewall, right? And they're about to all be killed, right? They're about to all die. He's about to blow up this. Oh, at some point halfway through, his mind, if he blows up with it, he's going to blow up the whole planet. I mean, like, we really didn't need the extra jeopardy, right? Unfortunately, it was doing good with the real jeopardy that it had. But then the AI they deleted the AI of the nice father of the girl. But then he comes back and he's inside the mine, and he breaks through their firewall, and he's the winner. essentially, and he saves the day, not Doctor Who. Again, the Doctor really has very little agency, which is what I found with Jodie. Or there's one of the big problems with Jodie. They had such little agency. So then we had the orphan girl goes off and lives with Sithu Varada, Sithu, whatever her name is, who was very good in this episode. I want to stress, she was absolutely excellent. Who was shit in this episode? Ncuti Gatwa. Essentially, Ncuti Gatwa was shit in the episode. And then we had a trailer for next week's, which I didn't really care about, frankly. Right? Really couldn't give two shits about, but yeah, there you go. And again, you'll notice the only thing Ncuti really has going for him here is he has a very nice ass, right? I mean, it wasn't awful. It wasn't Shakespeare, right?
My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.